Today, the eclipse, but also another exciting event. You guys were out at the weather festival.
Yeah. Welcome to the weekend.
Thanks.
Evening.
I'm trying not to say morning.
You did not sleep through the weekend here, folks. It is not Monday morning.
I'm getting some text saying, it's not Monday morning. Why are you on my TV right now?
Yeah. So welcome. And yes, it was a fantastic time down there in Norman at the Weather Service, or the National Weather Center for the National Weather Festival. You can see David and Lacey and Cassie and Andrew was there.
There you are.
Oh, that's,
hey, Justin.
Yeah, there we go. That's a great shot of me there. You can see tons of people. Marty Logan, Val and Amy Castor, Rennie and Jeremy Carter. Brandon was there. I mean, again, we just take over the entire place, and our line takes over the entire place as well. As thankful to talk to many of you. And everybody was talking about not only the storms and what the winter's going to be, but also the eclipse that we had ongoing while we were there. And yes, you bet the weather team snuck out a couple times to get our goggles on and see this. This is actually from the parking lot as the Oklahoma Mesonet was out there, and one of the engineers, Steve, took this. As you can see, several shots put together as, again, the moon was getting in front of the sun, and we had about a 73% eclipse. Now, a total eclipse would be it fully goes over and you don't really see the ring of the sun. And this is what's so cool, is the shadowing in the trees actually shows the eclipse. So you don't have to look directly at the sun, and you can see the three of them were having a blast looking at the solar eclipse. So what's the eclipse is, again, the sun and the moon and then the earth. The moon gets in the way and blocks it, and we didn't have quite the centering of the moon, and that was down here across from Oregon down towards New Mexico and southern Texas, as we had about like I mentioned, mid-70s or so, 73%, as it started and maxed out 1150 or 1149. So pretty cool that we had. And look at visible satellite. If you look real closely, you see the shadowing go across the United States. How about that? And off to the north, you did not see it. Look at all the cloud cover, but through the whole portion of where it was the highest, pretty much everybody did see it. 63 degrees, so despite a lot of sunshine today, it was cool. Our average high temperature is 74. How about the upper 60s there across southwest Oklahoma to the near upper 50s here off towards the north, Miami at 59. So yeah, it's starting to feel much in the way of more fall-like, as northwest wind is still a little brisk out there at 15, occasional gusts 25. It's a dry air mass with a dew point of 40. So these temperatures with the setting sun will quickly fall into the 40s here, or the 50s here this evening. So just be aware of that. 56 in El Reno, 57 in Chandler, 58 in Shawnee, and a 60 there in Byers, 61 there in Fort Cobb. Quiet conditions, clear skies, and a light north breeze that'll relax here this evening into the overnight, 10 to 15. So still a little touch of a breeze here for the overnight, but not as windy as it was here earlier today. And you can see a lower 48 states have dramatically cooled here over the last week or two compared to the heat that just continued, was relentless through September and early October. Frost and freeze advisories out here across Panhandle and a far northwest Oklahoma for a little bit of patchy frost. Overall, big trough of low pressure off towards the east coast, a little bit of heat off to the west coast, but with this kind of weather pattern, our rain chances look pretty slim. Best chance is going to be off to the east, as we have a dry air mass in place and no big storm systems coming in from the west, but we will start to warm up as we head throughout the 9-day period. Temperatures here tonight, 40s, some 30s, low 30s, some frost and freeze out there in far northwest Oklahoma, out in the Panhandle. We'll get close to freezing, but there'll be a little bit of a breeze, so not much in the way of frost. Temperatures will climb up in the lower 60s tomorrow with lots of sunshine, so just be aware of that. Still another cool day with low 60s. 60s on Monday, and then 70s as we head towards early and middle of next week, with upper 70s on Wednesday, and then maybe some lower 80s